So Helga, thanks for joining us today to speak a little bit about our history and how you fit into it here at Cedar Brae. So my first question to you is, when were you introduced to golf, and who was central to that introduction?
First of all, thank you very much for having me. And it was Steve Wagner, a longtime family friend, that finally convinced Tony to join.
All right.
So he did bring us out to the golf course, and I fell in love with the course right away.
So what year was that? Do you remember?
That was in 1984.
All right. And what was your first year like? Do you remember having memories of that?
Yes, I remember being so welcomed by the members right away. We joined the social and golf activities, and right away you were asked for a game, and that sort of snowballed.
When you say that, it's like a culture of friendliness that's here at Cedar Brae. I noted it when I first joined.
I have a lot of memories. It's been a long time since I've been here. But one of my favorite memories would have to be being ladies captain. Not too long into my membership, when I started to be asked for second vice captain in '88, and we had at the time 85 active lady members. It was a challenging job, and it was an honor to have been asked. And to me, that is a memory I hold dear to my heart. I was the first woman to play Rosedale.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
All right.
We were looking after the junior members in the early 90s, and Bill Watson was captain, and we took the juniors around to play different courses, and we had to tell them who was coming, and so it was Mr. Watson and Mrs. Reffle, and then we got a call back and they said, well, no ladies allowed on our golf course. That was Rosedale in 1992. So I said, oh, I'm going anyway, and take the kids there, and then I'll pick them up again. As we got there, the pro was there and the general manager, and they came over to and spoke with me, and they said, are you Mrs. Reffle? And I said, yes. And they said, we had a change of heart, and we're going to let you play the golf course.
Wow, that's really good.
So I thought, for me, I mean, that's something I never forget.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was not prepared for it, so I didn't have my clubs with me, but the pro gave me a set of clubs.
Yeah.
Had to go to the pro shop and get shoes. Other than that,
Yeah.
it's a very nice memory.
That's a good one, and it probably opened the doors at Rosedale.
I
Somewhere
don't
along
know,
the
but
way, right?
it's a long time ago, and I can say I played Rosedale. I never played it again.
When you joined Cedar Brae, how long was it before you were involved with committees and activities? Because you did a lot of work, I know, with organizing some of our parties, which I remember very well.
Do you?
We were usually with a group who were the last to leave, so we had a lot of fun here during
Yes.
those years. Yes.
I would say I was asked to join the entertainment committee.
All right.
And that snowballed into other committees, because at the time, I think to be on a committee, you had to prove yourself, I believe. You had to have input, and if that was the case, you were always asked to join another committee.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, I joined other committees.
Okay.
But the entertainment was a big part. In those days, you had to put on an event once a month, if you remember, whether it was Mystery Night or Hawaiian Night, and it had to be coordinated. And so it was a lot of work, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you had fun doing
Yeah.
that. So what are some of the more notable activities that you've been involved with since joining Cedar Brae?
That would be being voted onto the board, which again gave me the opportunity to participate or be invited to other committees and participate in such. Going back in history, 1976, the bylaws stated that no woman was allowed to serve on the board. And it took a long time, till 1988, I believe, when Alice and Jack took the first step forward and achieved that goal. She opened the door then for other women who were then elected afterwards in 1995, I believe. It was Ann Larson and myself who were elected to the board, 2 women for the first time.
Very good.
And took on the a membership directorship,
Right.
as I was awarded the golf directorship. But I carried 2 portfolios because I also had the entertainment.
Oh, all right.
So it was very busy,
So social.
but very, very nice, very
Yes.
good.
What would you consider to be one of the best improvements that have been made at Cedarbrae over the years?
It would have to be the master plan in 2000, and you were part of that.
Yes, with Joe
When
Bazakowicz.
when we enhanced the aesthetic of the golf course, when we enlarged the pond, as you well know,
Yes,
for a bigger water reservoir,
Yes.
which then made the 9th hole so much more difficult.
yes.
And those kind of improvements, and then of course I would have to say the clubhouse.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm quite curious about what is your favorite hole on this golf course, and why would you call it that?
Well, I should say that it should be number 6, because I had 2 holes in one there.
Yes.
And if you remember, in those days it was bunkered all around.
Yes,
But my favorite hole is number 12 because of the scenery.
yes.
It is just unbelievable. And also it reminds me, it could be that in the olden days it was the farm, the horse farm,
yes.
that Mac Frost bought at the time. That must be the pocket, and it's just so gorgeous.
Yeah, right near the river like that.
Yes.
Exactly, exactly. What is or was your favorite event that you've attended here and enjoyed over the years?
It would have to be probably Canada Day in 1997, the 75th anniversary, when we had 520 members plus guests, and we had to get the entertainment ready. Like, we got the Ukrainian dancers at the time. We had a live band outside. We had to put a floor in for it. We had the hay wagons going down to the 18th green for ice cream for the kids.
Yes.
And Lord and Lady Simcoe and the Piper. It was just amazing.
Yes.
And the fireworks that closed it off. I
Yes.
would say that's
That's the one.
yes. The 100th anniversary also gave me the opportunity to write the booklet.
Yes.
And going back in history, you almost felt like you're taking part, you're going back in history, you're reliving it. And it was, to me, it was an amazing thing to be able to do, because it's English is my second language, first of all.
Yes.
And now seeing the booklet, and it gives me great pride that I could accomplish something like that.
Yes, absolutely.
I just wanted to say that I hope that Tony and I have given something back to the club that has been so very good to us for so many years.
Yes.